To the video. Welcome to the video. We're going to review the miles. This is from a brand called Shanren, and they're on Instagram, etc. This is the miles. There's people out there who've done, got a blood blister here. There's people out there who've done a much better in-depth review of this video, this unit on video besides me. I'm just going to tell you my honest opinion of this thing. Is it for the win or is it for the bin? I'm going to tell you straight away, it's for the win, and I'll let you know why. It comes with speed cadence. These things I don't really use because I use a power meter. I've got many bikes here, but I use power meter. There's a rear light as well, you can sync with it. It's a smart tail light, which I use as an ancillary light. I wouldn't use this as my main light just because there's a bit of bird crap in there. As it's just a bit, not super bright, but it's super light, and it's just something good to have. It's a sunny day, so you won't really see it. It's just something good to have as a backup light when you're running your seat post lights, etc. Something like this, like a nog, which is going to be a lot brighter. Something, you know, that's what I'm a big fan of. So you can sort of compare the brightness there, these two lights here. You know, this one's good if you're out in the bush and there's not much distractions, but if you're in the city, I don't think this is going to be bright enough. It does have functions where it's like, it acts like a tower light and it stops, and for me that's not important, but it's a cool function. But for me, I just want something that's bright and I'm going to be able to be seen and it has a good run time. That's what matters. So I think this light here, it's a smart tail light, and for me it's smart just because it's light and I can put it on the back of my helmet. Alright, the functions and features, we can sync it with your thing. It's for me, I'm not going to use that. It's going to use more battery life, things like that. So I do like it as a helmet light. You know, it's pretty safe sitting up there. It's light, you don't notice it on the helmet, and it lasts a pretty long time on the block helmet, etc. Let's get to this computer here. This is a Brighton 330. I've used Garmin's and Wahoo's, and I can afford anything. All right, and I'm only gonna recommend stuff that I actually buy myself. This is sent out to me for review. The big brands, other brands, I won't mention them, but pretty much all the brands out there say, "Hey, we'll pay you this." I'm like, I don't like your product, man. Nothing personal against you, but the battery life on the Garmin or the Wahoo, whatever, is just terrible. You know, it's just terrible for they're charging so much money. This is my favorite unit. This is Brighton. I've had this for 4 years now. Hasn't skipped a beat. I love it. Let's look at the weight. It's got a 36-hour battery life. Okay, so this is number one unit out there. You know, I can afford anything, whatever. 67 grams. It's 36-hour battery life. Pretty affordable. Let's go to the miles. The box got a few mounts and stuff. A little silicone protector, optional. What does it weigh? 59 grams. All right, 59 grams plus the cover. 70. So it's around the same. It's around the same as your Brighton 330. You know, it's 4 grams heavier. But the price, you know, this is $90 USD. $90. I could be wrong about it, but I'm pretty sure it's about $90 USD. Depending on where the world you are, maybe it needs a charge. How to charge it? It's got a simple little charging port here, and it does fit to Garmin mounts. A Garmin mount. It doesn't really like being on my Brighton, but Garmin mount. If you've got a Garmin mount laying around, which pretty much everyone has, it's Garmin compatible. The Brighton also works on Garmin mount, sort of, but it's just USB micro mini, whatever they call it. But it feels good in the hand. It's just basic. Works with your power meter, which is important for me. All I want is power and GPS. For maps, I'm gonna use my phone. You know, so Wahoo's $500 or $700 Australian. A Garmin 1030 that's got, you know, similar battery life to this is about $1,000 Australian. It's a joke what's going out there. So miles I would rate as, you know, number 2. If it had a better battery life as the Brighton, I'd rate it number 1. It's, you know, it's 25 hours. This is 36 hours. So for me, this is number 1. The weight's very much the same, 4 grams lighter, but 25 battery life for $90. I mean, you can't go past that. You know, you can't go past that, really, can you? So I would say, for most people, this is going to be number 1. All right. It syncs with the power meter. It does have a little app in there, power estimation. For me, you know, I'm just going to be honest with you, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use a power meter. But what if you can't afford a power meter? Then using cadence and a heart rate strap, that's going to be your best second option there. So that's the miles. Is it for the win or is it for the bin? I'm going to give it 100% for the win, and we'll test over the next year for durability. But I'd say it's going to be pretty legit. And for the price, you can't go wrong. Screen quality, you know, it's good. It's as good as you need. And we'll just flick through here. So I'm not sure how to use all different segments on it, but It's got left-right balance, but I don't really care about that. All I want is average power, lap power, 3-second power, etc. And that's what matters. So you can change the screens around, etc. It does sync with the light and has a little flashing light there. So it's pretty tech dense, but I don't care about that. All I care about is having a bright light on my bike, having a power meter, and having a GPS unit that has a good battery life, doesn't weigh a ton, and is, and ideally be well priced. So it's fantastic.